Hi everyone, it's great to be with you. So today we're going to learn two new rhythms. Actually, it's sort of two and a half new rhythms because one you already know, but you haven't seen it written this way. So let's just learn these new rhythms. Now you know this one, right? The nickname is what? Yes, TT. And the full name is what? Yes, eighth notes. These are two eighth notes. Eighth notes, eighth notes. And if you were to take these eighth notes, and you see the two connected always has this one beam across. But when you want to just write one eighth note alone, we're going to take that beam and cut it in half, and there's going to be a flag. That half of that beam is going to fall like a flag next to the note. So it will look like this. So here is 1/8 note, okay? Now, here we go. So let's just make sure we have what looks like a quarter note plus the flag, one flag, and that's an eighth note. So let's say it together. Ready? Eighth note, eighth note, eighth note, eighth note. Fantastic. Now, if this were like this, we know it as TT, right? So if you only have one of the TTs, it's just going to be T, plain T. So say it with me. T, 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 T. Fantastic. So how many beats does this 1/8 note have? Yeah, it's just half a beat. Half a beat, half a beat, half a beat. Fantastic. Okay, so this is a T. That's the nickname. It's an eighth note, 1/8 note, and it's half a beat. This is something you sort of know, but you haven't seen it this way. So that's one of our new notes. The other one, I guess there are only two. There are only two new things today. Yeah, and that eighth note, the 1/8 note, is part of it. So the only other thing you need to know is this new note. Okay, here we go. This is a new note. So we know what this note is without the dot. And what is it? Say it. Say the full name. Yes, it's a quarter note or a ta. Now if we add the dot, that dot is going to add half of the value of this note. Now we know that this note here, is a quarter note, and that's one beat. If we add half of that value, it's going to be 1.5 beats. Okay, 1.5 beats. But before we learn that, you need to make sure you know how to call this. What is the full name of this note? It's a quarter note plus a dot, so we call it a dotted quarter note. Just like, remember we learned this? This is a half note plus a dot. It's a dotted half note. Dotted half note. Dotted half note. But this one is a dotted quarter note. So let's say it together. Ready? Dotted quarter note. Dotted quarter note. Dotted quarter note. Dotted quarter note. Fantastic. Now, the dotted quarter note, as I said, is 1.5 beats. So take a look. It's 1.5 beats. It's a quarter note plus an eighth note. A ta plus a t. One beat plus half a beat. So it's 1.5 beats. So let's drill it. Ready? How many beats is this? Yes, 1.5 beats. 1.5 beats. 1.5 beats. 1.5 beats. Fantastic. You're doing such a nice job. Now the nickname for this is ta plus ta. It's let me just say it out. It's tai, tai. So you saw here that it's ta plus t. So we don't say ta t, we say tai. So that's going to be the nickname is tai. Tai, say it with me. Tai, tai. So say it with me one more time. What is the nickname? Say it out. Tai, 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 tai. Good. And the way we play it, we'd feel it. Tai. We feel the beat each time. Tai, tai. But if we were to play it, it's going to be like this. Tai, tai. Play it with me, please. Tai, 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 tai. Fantastic. Does that make any sense? Tai. Now the next thing we actually have to, this is a combination that you need to learn right now, is this. Hang on. The combination of the tai plus the eighth note. So, yes. Tai ti, tai ti, tai ti, tai ti. This is 1.5 beats plus the eighth note. So if we were to play the tai ti, it would go like this. Tai ti. Try it with me. Tai ti. Again. Tai ti. One more time. Tai ti. One last time. Tai ti. Does that make any sense? I hope so. So those are all of our new notes, and we're just going to make sure you remember the newest ones that we had from last time as well. So let's just go through this. What is the full name? Yes, dotted half note, dotted half note, dotted half note, dotted half note. Fantastic. What is, how many beats does this note have? Do you remember? 3 beats. It's the half note plus the quarter note. 3 beats, 3 beats, 3 beats. Fantastic. And what is the nickname? Let's try it. Ready? Ta. Again. Ta. Again. Ta. One more time. Ta. Fantastic. So if we were to play that, it would be ta. Again. Ta. One more time. Ta. Last time. Ta. Fantastic. Now, remember this one. Let's see, we're going to start with, what is the full name of this note? Do you remember? Let's do it together. Whole note, whole note, whole note, whole note. Fantastic. That is a whole note. And how many beats does the whole note have? Do you remember? Say it out loud. Let's do it together. 4 beats, 4 beats. Say it with me. 4 beats, 4 beats. Fantastic. Now, what is the nickname? How do we say this note? Do you remember? Ta. 4 beats. Ta. Again. Ta. Again. Ta. Fantastic. Now, if we're to play it, it will be ta. One more time. Ta. Again. Ta. One more time. Ta. Great. That's awesome. So now we need to just remember these. What is this? Rest, 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 rest. Fantastic. And how many beats does this one have? Remember, we have the hat, and we have the one that's so heavy it falls below the line. So which one is this? 2 beat rest. Rest, rest. Again. Rest, rest. Again. rest, rest again, rest, rest. Fantastic. And how many beats does this have? You're so smart. Rest, 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 rest. 4 beats. Rest, 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 rest. It's so heavy it goes below the line. Rest, 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 rest. Fantastic. So there we are. Those are all the new ones and the ones we had last time. So we're ready to go. You're going to need either 2 pens, something to play with, 2 pens, rhythm sticks, 2 spoons. You can use the table if you want in front of you or your shoulders. I'm going to use my trusty kitchen roll tubes because, as I've said, they're not too loud. They don't bother people in the other room and that kind of thing. They're quite nice to play too because they're nice and big. Let me give you some things to hear and repeat, and I will use some of our new rhythms, okay? Ta-ee-ti-ta-ta. Ta-ee-ti-ti-ti-ta. Ti-ti-ti-ti-ta-ta. Ta-ee-ti-ti-ti-ta. How did you do with that? Can you really hear that new rhythm? Ta-ee, ta-ee-ti. How about some more? Ta-ta. Ta-ti-ti. Rest, rest, ta-ee-ti. Ta-ee-ti, rest, rest. Rest, 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 rest. Ta. Rest, rest, ta-ta. Ta-ee-ti, rest, rest. Ta-ee-ti-ti-ti-ta. Ti-ti-ti-ti-ta-ta. Ti-ti-ti-ti-ta-ee-ti. Ta-ee-ti-ti-ti-ta. Good. How's that going? Does that feel good? Okay, so now we're going to go into level 5 practice pages, okay? Okay, so we're going on to level 5 practice page 1. Now we're going to go to line A, and I'm going to play and say the first measure loudly, and then I'll do the first measure with you softly. You do it loudly, I do it softly. Second measure, I do it loudly, you repeat softly. Or I repeat it with you softly, sorry. Then the third measure, I do it loudly first, then I repeat it with you, and I'll repeat it softly. Fourth measure, same thing, okay? So let's try A. Ready? Ta-ee-ti-ta-ta, ta-ee-ti-ta-ta, ta, rest, rest, ta, rest, rest, ta, ta, rest, rest, ta, rest, rest, ta. How did you do? I'm sure it was great. So let's do the whole thing. Let's read this whole thing together. Actually, before we do that, could we do measure 1 more time? I do it, then you do it. We're going to do it 2 times, 2 sets of that, just so that you see that first measure. It's the newest thing. Ta-ee-ti-ta-ta, ta-ee-ti-ta, ta. Again, ta-ee-ti-ta-ta, ta-ee-ti-ta. One more time, really read it with me, okay? Read the first measure with me. Ready? Go. Ta-ee-ti-ta-ta. How's that? It's not that hard, right? I think you hear it. I think you've got it. Keep looking at the notes. Let's read all of line A together, okay? 1, 2, together, go. Ta-ee-ti-ta-ta, ta, rest, rest. Ta, rest, rest, ta. How do you do? Let's do it one more time together. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta-yi-ti, ta, 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 rest, rest, ta, rest, rest, ta. Fantastic. Let's just do it one more time just to really make sure we have the first measure really well under our belt. A, 1, 2, last time, go. Ta-yi-ti, ta, 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 rest, rest, ta, rest, rest, ta. Fantastic. Let's go to B. I'd like to just do the first measure loudly and then you repeat it. Read the notes. I do it first. You read the notes so that you're really seeing it and hearing it together. Then you repeat it with me. We're going to do that a couple times. The first measure of B. Ready? My turn first. Ta-yi-ti, rest, ta. Ta-yi-ti, rest, ta. Again, my turn. Ready, go. Ta-yi-ti, rest, ta. Ta-yi-ti, rest, ta. Good. Let's just do that first measure one more time together. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta-yi-ti, rest, ta. Good. First measure one last time. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta-yi-ti, rest, ta. I think you've got this. We're going to read all of B together, the whole line. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta-yi-ti, rest, ta. Rest, rest, ti-ti, ta. Rest, 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 ta. Fantastic. How did you do? Let's try it again. B. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta-yi-ti, rest, ta. Rest, rest, ti-ti, ta. Rest, 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 ta. Fantastic. Now, if you missed anything, let's just really fix it because we're going to do it one more time. Look it over a second. See what you might have missed. Let's get it really, really correct. B, 1, 2, B, go. Ta-yi-ti, rest, ta. Rest, rest, ti-ti, ta. Rest, 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 ta. Fantastic. Let's go to C. Now we're just going to read C. This doesn't have our new rhythm in it, so I think you should be able to do this without a problem. So let's read it together. C. 1, 2, C, go. Ta, 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 rest, ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Fantastic. Let's do it again together. 1, 2, C, go. Ta, 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 rest, ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Fantastic. One last time. C together. 1, 2, read it with me. Ta, 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 rest, ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. Good job. You're doing so great. Let's go to D. D, 1, 2, ready, read. Ta, ti, ti, rest, rest, ta, ti, ti, ta. Rest, 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 rest. Fantastic. Good work. Let's do it again together. 1, 2, D, go. Ta, ti, ti, rest, rest, ta, ti, ti, ta. Rest, 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 rest. Good for you. I think we can read the whole thing together. Let's go A, B, C, D together. Ready? All the way through. We'll do this whole thing twice. A, B, C, D, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll do it again. So just think about this, look at the notes, read the music. A, 1, 2, ready, A. Ta-yi-ti, ta, 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 rest, rest, ta, rest, rest, ta, B, ta, E-T, rest, ta, rest, rest, T, ta, rest, 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 ta, C, ta, 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 rest, ta, ta, T, ta, D, ta, T, rest, rest, ta, T, ta, rest, 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 rest. How do you do? Let's try it again. I'm sure you're doing great. How is the ta-iti? Have you gotten it yet? Really fix that. If you haven't, if it's still a little rusty, let's get that oil in it by practicing A, B, C, D. 1, 2, ready, A. Ta-iti, ta, 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 rest, rest, ta, rest, rest, ta, B, ta-iti, rest, ta, rest, rest, T, ta, rest, 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 ta, C, ta, 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 rest, ta, ta, T, ta, D, ta, T, rest, rest, ta, T, ta, rest, 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 rest. Fantastic. Good work. If you still need some work, go back to the beginning and go through the whole thing again. But we're going to move on to the second page. We'll have 3 pages of practice pages in this level. So don't worry. We'll have practice, okay? But you can go back and practice this so that it will be easier when you go to page 2 of level 5, okay? Good work. Bye. Hi everyone, my name's Diana Jacklin. I'm an opera singer, song recitalist, and voice teacher, but I'm also offering you some of these musical foundation pieces for your health, for your life, for your enjoyment, for your brain. So if you like this series of rhythm, learning rhythm, please subscribe below and thumbs up, like it. So have a nice day. Bye.